Season 3. Thank you, Samuel, for that. Really appreciate it. Daniel, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's good to be back.
First episode, much more relaxed. Obviously, big week of content. Sports show debuted on Tuesday. With all due respect, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a great production. Really enjoyed making it, didn't we?
Yeah, it was good.
Vlog came out yesterday. If you haven't seen the vlog, trust me, go treat yourself. Take half an hour out of your day. Go back, have a look, observe it.
It's a good watch.
Basically a movie. Fucking unreal. How have you been, Daniel, over these last, say, couple months? What's been going on in your life?
I've been good. Done a lot of relaxing.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the summer.
I'll tell you what, the weather's been unreal.
Obviously, if you've seen the vlog or if you haven't, either or, we've both gone to Bali.
Yeah, we have.
So that was fun. First overseas trip going solo.
Likewise. It was incredible. I wish we stayed longer. It was non-stop. It was so fun. There was some great moments, as you would expect, with a bunch of boys going over to a foreign country, third world country to say the least. With all due respect, there's going to be some stories. I'll tell you about the first night. So our flight was delayed 4 hours. So we're supposed to arrive in Bali at 8 p.m. We ended up getting to our Vera at like 1 a.m. Well, there was a case of bintang left there by the hosts, and so we had the bintang. They were like, okay, let's go explore. We walked through the streets.
What hour? What time is that?
It's like 2 a.m. We're walking around the streets, looking for a place to go into. We find this place, lights everywhere. It's pumping, loud. It's just very loud. And the Balinese citizens are very touchy, some of them. So we literally walked into this club. I reckon each of us got touched about 10 times. Just like touching on the shoulders, oh, nice boy, you know how they say it.
Okay.
So we literally walked into the end of the corner, found a spot within five seconds, instantly walked out. As we're walking out, rumors suggest that Harry O'Brien was called over by someone. Harry O'Brien, a great friend of the podcast, was called over by someone and fully groped. Now, Sean Nealon observed it, and Harry has been basically identified to not resist it.
Oh,
the grope wasn't resisted. But for that to be an introduction to the Balinese life, I mean, wow! What else would you expect? It was an incredible introduction.
Trying to find somewhere at 2 a.m. in Indonesia, Bali, Indonesia is probably, what else would you expect?
Yep. Obviously, as well, to add a bunch of white Australians, some Caucasian. You're hot property within the Balinese market, with all due.
Yeah, well, you can even tell from the vlog, the difference in time we both went definitely is a different experience. The New Year's time is more packed. There's more population. So like more population going there. Ours was a bit more relaxed. Bit more relaxed, I'll say, and we were there for longer too. By the end of it, everyone was over it. I think the time you stayed was perfect. Yeah, but me personally, a lot of disputes on our trip about who's doing what. People had different intentions. Probably the biggest dispute, which we will touch on soon, I've actually got it written down, is who's paying for what. A lot of places you need to put a card down. A lot of places you need to put a card down. Chasing down that money is, I came back a week ago and I'm still chasing up debts.
Well, have you ever heard of a split bill, Daniel?
Well, in these places we have to have a bar tab is what I'm referring to. Bar tab. You want to sit on this couch, minimum spend, you need to put a card down. And when there's 12 people, those bar tabs rack up, especially when the Balinese waiter doesn't update you on the totals.
Well, that's a marketing. Exactly.
We'll get into
that's
that
business,
too.
mate. That's business.
Anyway, should we get into our first segment?
The 10 for 10 is back. I'll get the timer up.
Let's just get straight into it.
I'll just get the timer up because I'll start us off. KSI and Logan Paul. They're in Australia, touring Australia to launch their hydration drink Prime. And let me tell you, I think the trip's been underwhelming. I was expecting them to do multiple meetups. They have done multiple meetups, but they're literally just them screaming on a balcony with a megaphone. JJ takes his bandana off. They scream Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. And that's pretty much all it is.
There is a sense that what I've got from the trip is that they think that they are above every Australian citizen.
100%. Which
They're
they
above.
are, which realistically
They're not. They're not above us. They're, you've got the money, you've got the drink, but you're not above. Prime's coming to Woolworths soon.
Exciting.
Would like to try it.
Yep.
Would I say I'll be able to within the next 6 months? Probably not, because there's a lot of fanboys that
We'll
will
sell out quickly
buy,
for sure.
as many as they can and resell it. But yeah, they're definitely.
And that's the buzzer.
They
That's
know
the
they're famous. Okay, my first one, Joel. Woolworths, again on the topic of Woolworths, the burger sauce hot cross bun has been released.
Burger sauce hot cross bun.
Burger sauce flavored hot cross bun. There's pieces of pickle in it and it's orange. It's a
That fucking sounds incredible.
It's a disgusting idea. It raises the question of who the fuck thought of that. An Easter snack has already hit the shelves in February. This actually came out last month. And my main takeaway from this is that people want Jesus Christ to come back in the Easter season.
Yep.
He ain't coming back if shit like this keeps happening.
Who released this hot cross bun?
Woolworths.
I will be definitely trying this. A burger sauce hot cross bun sounds delightful.
A sauce tasting bread. Okay. We might have to try that.
If you're thinking sauce tasting bread, you think of burgers. You're having a sauce with bread.
But there's no, it's just bread. It's just bread and sauce. We might have to try this.
Oh, we will be.
Might have to do a little review.
Are sultanas involved in the bread?
No, it's pickles.
Oh, see?
Disgusting.
Now I'm turned on a little bit. Plumbing, Daniel. Plumbing as a job for work. Now, this just came up this morning. Mum called a plumber. We've got a leak in the washing machine. Now, if you're a plumber, kudos to you. You're making a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, I mean $45 call out to come have a look. Now, if you're getting a $45 call out and you're getting about 10 call outs a day, that's already $450 if my calculations are correct.
They are.
Now, we had a problem with the piping in the washing machine, it turned out. $361 replacement steel pipe from the machine, Daniel. That's a great week's work, let alone 30 minutes.
It's not going all to old mate who fixed the pipe.
I understand that. There's a bit of compensation, but the 30-minute job, I mean, that's incredible. Kudos to all the plumbers out there. Massive shout out. You're doing God's work and you're making bank. If I could change a pipe, I would. But unfortunately, I don't have the facilities for that.
On to the next one. On the topic of our Bali trip, I've written, my headline for this one is Balinese markets. What are their profit margins? I'm paying 200,000 Indonesian rupiah for a quote-unquote 100% genuine fake basketball jersey.
Which is $20.
Every time I'm bartering with the guy, with the market owner, I'm thinking, how much are you paying for this item to have it in your shop? There is no way it is more than $1 a piece. I think making my purchase a $19 profit.
Well, look, we tried to go to the lows of $10 for a basketball jersey. That is
also what we did.
Which they wouldn't accept.
There was some...
So it's got to be within that range.
There was one guy, we bought 5 jerseys, 1 million.
That's a daylight robbery.
Each.
So that's a daylight robbery.
$20 each. I genuinely think he retired that day. There's no way they're paying more than $1 a piece.
I think $5 minimum.
Anyway.
NFL halftime show over the weekend. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. But Rihanna stole the show at halftime. Everyone is rating it. Maybe it's because it's Rihanna, her first live performance in 5 calendar years. But I found it underwhelming, Daniel.
So did I.
The missed opportunity with potential guests, considering when you take in the songs she sung.
So names like Jay-Z.
Kanye West. It will be controversial, but my God,
call him up.
If Kanye was there, the world would be all eyes.
No, the NFL would be scrutinized if Kanye was there.
But Jay-Z, I mean, it was on the sports bet. It was like $1.50 for him to make an appearance.
There was no appearances.
Not that I gambled on it. Maybe I did, but Rihanna, yes, it was a great performance, but it could have been the greatest of all time.
I'd say it was the best Super Bowl halftime show since the last one.
Well, that says it all, Daniel.
It does.
That says it all.
Moving on. Joel, this week, I want to talk about party themes.
Yep.
Probably the hardest of all time I have coming up.
Okay.
The theme is Brazilian Carnival.
Elaborate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck do I wear? If you search up male outfit for Brazilian Carnival, they're all pretty much naked.
They'd be minimal.
Pretty much naked.
Minimal ideas and minimal clothing.
I'll say, it's more of a feminine theme with things such as like the big feathers and stuff like that. So it's easier for girls. It's a challenging theme for the boys. Coming up this week, we'll give an update next week of my chosen outfit.
Maybe we post
to go shopping yesterday.
We should post it on the story.
Tried to go shopping yesterday. Came home empty-handed. It is quite difficult. And it has been discussed among the group of my friend group of boys that are attending the event.
Discussed, wow.
That it is extremely difficult. Max Pizzanato showed me his outfits. They're all questionable. Skin tight is how I would call them. Anyway, we'll update next week.
Airport beers, Daniel. Now, when we went to Bali, the international airport, obviously, as you do, you have an airport beverage, preferably a beer. Now, how much do you think we paid? And they own, first of all, their first marketing scheme, they only sell pints.
In the Sydney airport?
In the Sydney International Airport. Only pints at this place we went to. How much do you think we had to pay for a pint of beer, Daniel?
$20.
$18.50.
Yeah, it's steep.
Now, that's a joke. That's a low-key joke. And it was only Heineken on tap.
But you fell for it.
I mean, but that's the thing. What else can you do? You can't go anywhere else. They leave you stranded, and you're left paying $18.50 for a singular pint. I mean, that's low-key disgusting.
Me, to be honest, I
couldn't believe it.
I did think about this, but I was actually deterred from the airport beer after customs had to physically pat me down.
Well, that's even a joke, Daniel. As if you didn't have an airport beer.
Due to a zipper on my shorts, they thought I was a security threat anyway.
With all due respect.
Touching on what we talked at the beginning, and my next topic is the dangerous nature of bar tabs, and I've got specifically in an aquatic setting. So in Bali, we went to this beach club, Potato Head. This is where it happened. Swimming means no payments. The card is down and you're free. Rather, you order multiple drinks at a time, and all you have to do is show them this little wooden circle with a number on it. Hearing someone order is dangerous, because I hear someone order and I say, get me one too, as does everyone. So in our case, one drink was turning into 6 at a time.
Well, that's the thing. And it's not going to be an even split at the end of the day.
Not. You have to, you're drinking, you're not remembering what you're drinking. Nah. And if you're putting your card down, you're not happy, you know who you are. I've paid my dues, I've paid my debts, but
that's the thing,
we had to pay $400 to use the day bed. We ended up spending $1,200.
You can say that you've paid your dues, but at the end of the day, the receipt's there, and you may lie.
The receipt is there, and I've done. It's been calculated.
When we were in Bali, Daniel, in our downtime, the minimal downtime we had, a lot of Uno was played. Now, it's a great game. Rules differ between different people. Like, some people play these fucked up rules. I don't know what the hell they're saying. Anyway, we needed Uno cards at our place as the trend continued back when we were in Sydney. Mum went to buy a pack of Uno cards. How much do you think she paid for the Uno cards?
$10.
$18.50 once again for a pair of fucking Uno cards. For a packet. 2 decks. I mean, inflation is here, and it's very scary, but this is a fucking joke. $18.50 for an Uno cards. I mean, is that how much games are going to be?
Well, I mean, if you want to play it that badly, pay the price.
That's the thing again. You're left with no other option but to purchase it. Same as the airport beer. Daniel, let's go.
Bali domes is my next topic. Talked about it a lot on our trip. They're hiding the truth.
Bali dome, what is this?
I'll tell you what a Bali dome is. A Bali dome is somewhere you go and it hides the true developing nature of the country.
Yep.
Hides what Bali really is. Hides its true character. Atlas Beach Club is a perfect example. It is this huge place on a beach, screen, this massive, probably the biggest DJ thing I've ever seen in my life. Huge screens going everywhere, smoke. There's a bloke with a saxophone up there. But it's in the middle of rice fields and farms. So you get there, you're driving past on the scooter past these rice fields thinking, Jesus Christ.
Cheap land, Daniel.
These guys are grinding. These guys are hustling. And right next to them is Atlas Beach Club. hides it by putting you in a luxurious setting. It honestly feels like you're in another country, and as soon as you leave, it's back to reality. It's thinking, holy shit, I'm in a developing nation.
Well, that's not reality, Daniel. That may be reality for them because...
But I'm saying it masks it.
As you would. And that's the end.
In the dome.
That's the end of the 10 for 10. And this season, it's bringing back one of the most popular segments, a segment we both love.
Oh my gosh.
The list. I would love to start us off, Daniel, because I've got a venting.
Go ahead.
I've got a great venting here. I'm going to go Bill Knowles.
You just made the list. Oh my gosh.
Now, apologies, Bill, if I've pronounced your last name wrong.
Bill?
Who's Bill? That's a great question, Daniel. Bill Knowles is a high-performance trainer and conditioner based in the US. Now, multiple people have gone to see him, such as Tiger Woods, and most recently, Latrell Mitchell, Tom Trbojevic, and the great Ryan Pappenhausen. So these boys have flown over there for him to help them with their injuries and come back stronger, physically better, mentally better, and ready to go for the NRL season. Now, Bill has let us all down. Ryan Pappenhausen went over about 2 weeks ago now for a fortnight. And once he came back, speculation, yep, he's ready. He should be ready for round one. The other day, we get the news, Tuesday night, I got the news that he will be missing the first 6 to 8 rounds of the NRL Premiership season. Now, I don't know what we paid Bill for if he's not ready.
Harsh to blame it.
I'm blaming Bill.
Very harsh.
Of course I'm going to blame Bill. Of course I am.
I would blame Pappenhausen's healing abilities.
His healing abilities are there. They're not absent. They are there. His knee... So Pappenhausen's injury, he fractured his kneecap in 10 different places. If you would remember, I actually put... The injury occurred via a knee clash with Canberra Raiders star Jack Whiten. I actually put Jack Whiten's knee cap on the list for doing such a sadistic act to Pappy. So as I said, Pappy's still set to miss 8 weeks of the season. It kind of fucks Melbourne up a little bit. I'm a little bit worried heading into this season, but I think that's a good thing because if I'm worried, I know Craig's calm. Craig is ready. Everyone will underestimate us, and that's when we perform our best, Daniel. So that's why Bill Knowles...
You just made the list.
Very harsh to blame Bill.
Blaming
He's probably
Bill.
done his best. He's done his best. Anyway.
Look, he obviously has, but in some cases, Daniel, your best is just not good enough.
He's not a magician. He can't heal him with a touch. My listing, I thought we would have sort of the same vibe on the list this week. A Bali offender. Obviously, you've gone for blaming this man for not being Jesus Christ himself.
Yep, let's go.
Anyway, my list is the inaugural of Season 1.
Wow.
Make your return. The inaugural of Season 3 is Sam Kennedy.
You just made the list.
Wow.
If you've watched the vlog, you'll hear him saying when we're getting into the car, I want to be on the list again, and he's done that.
Wow.
But I wouldn't say he's done this intentionally. Sam Kennedy,
Sammy.
2 words. Serial choker.
Now, that can mean a lot of things, Daniel, and I hope it doesn't mean what I'm thinking about.
Well, this was known already, but it really was exposed in Indonesia.
Please tell me what you mean by serial choker, because like I
He
said...
he doesn't, I'll say this, conversations with Sam when he chokes, the flow is compromised.
Chokes what?
Chokes like he doesn't know what he's saying.
Okay.
Just listen. Especially in the markets, deals were collapsing left, right, and centre because Sam didn't know what he was talking about.
Oh.
Interest by the Balinese is lost. They know I'm not going to sell anything to this kid, and that leads to a rise in tensions. Sam, I heard being told, shut up by the Balinese market owners.
Wow.
This brings me back to Sam was searching for a Cronulla Sharks Indigenous jersey. This was a 7-day search. Every shop had it for $20.
Yeah.
And Sam wouldn't budge off 15. And it got to a point where we were saying, Sam, just give him the $5. You want it that badly. Let him feed the kids.
Let him feed his family,
It's $5. Sam's negotiation would involve multiple phrases of him saying, only 15, until leaving the store when they wouldn't budge.
Yeah.
Sam would go into stores, look around, notice that the Indigenous jersey wasn't there, and then go up to the Balinese man whose English is their second language and say, do you have the 2021 Sharks Indigenous jersey?
Which they all had no fucking idea what he's
do you
talking
think
about.
they know what they're saying? He was heard saying, do you have a larger outfit? See, things like that, that's not what you say. That's where he chokes. Probably the biggest choke comes in when he often would answer questions incorrectly, which would collapse deals. But most notably in the Sydney Airport Border Security, where Sam had in his bag coffee beans from Bali.
Coming home.
Coffee beans that were passed through an animal and shit out, which makes them significant.
What was the animal?
A lot of the boys bought I don't know what it's called. It was quite strange. I did see it.
Did you say it was a monkey?
No, it was not a monkey. It was like a mix between a monkey and a possum, I feel.
So a monkey possum.
The airport border security asked Sam, "What have you declared under food?" which was box number 7. Sam then replied with a couple of not knowing what the guy said, and then just uttered out a yes. So the guy asked him, what food have you declared? And Sam said yes. At this point, I was surprised he was not searched and or detained. If you can't give a clear answer at border security, surely you're flagged as a threat.
And on border security, it's a very scary environment because you will do nothing wrong. You will be the most innocent man, and they make you still feel guilty of smuggling, perhaps a small child.
There's people, on the topic of border security, there's people that their suitcases is just full of illegal food. And they're surprised when they're they can't take it. Anyway, Sam Kennedy, serial choker, exposed in Bali, probably will continue into the future. That is why
You just made the list!
for the second time.
It's disappointing, Samuel. It's disappointing. And you know what Daniel's like sometimes? He just goes all fucking out. He does not give a fuck.
That all out?
If you fuck
It
up,
was requested.
he'll come for you. On the, can I say a quick story about the bartering?
Sure.
So first day we go, as you would have seen in the vlog, we got kitted out in some glasses. I think we got about 6 pairs for $450,000, which is $45.
Yes.
Now we get back to the villa. Santiago Rico Guevara, shout out to him, great friend of the podcast, comes walking in once we're there. He goes, guys, I just got these 2 pairs of glasses. Now, he goes, I bought these 2 pairs of glasses for $47. Now, there are some people, when we go back, Barneys will be licking their lips when they see certain people. Obviously, Sam Kennedy. Obviously, Santiago Rico. Blasphemy.
I will say another, I'll tell you who they'll be licking their lips at more. Harley Caffarelli. First day, all I wanted was a bum bag, so I wouldn't have to carry my stuff in my pockets. It would be over my...
In a safe location.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm in the market. This guy's telling me how this leather shit bum bag he's got. He wants $50 for it, and it'll last me 20 years.
What
I
brand?
said it was unbranded.
Okay.
It'll last me 20 years plus. I
Sus.
didn't purchase. But as I'm in this market, Harley Caffarelli turned from, Australian citizen looking on a holiday to thinks he lives in Bali. Harley walks in, bin tank singlet already.
As you should.
And then around his shoulder, this Gucci satchel. And when the market owners see Harley walking around the shops with that Gucci satchel and they think, here
Money.
we go.
Money.
This kid is going to pay for my kid's university.
1 word, 2 syllables, jackpot. And I think that's where we ended, Daniel.
I agree.
What an episode. It's a great chat. Obviously,
It's great to be back.
This podcast is going to be a much more relaxed, sit back, lay back, enjoy, keep the energy up. There's going to be a different song at the start every week to get you out of your seat, feel the energy, make you happy, bring peace. Just bring peace. Anyways, that's it.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week, people.